Alright guys, ASFarming here and welcome to a first look at Dalton Valley Farm. So a bit late to the party having a look at this, but nevertheless better late than never. So yeah, we're going to be able to look around this. Before we get into it, I will tell you a bit about it. So this is obviously a UK based map. I have had a look around it because I've been playing it, to be fair, a bit off screen, but it is a really nice map, so I can take you a good look around it. But apart from the fact of just being a normal British map, you get a few extra crops. So you get rye, I think it's pronounced triticale, spelt, and lucerne. So obviously lucerne is another word for alfalfa. So if you want to, yeah, you call it lucerne or alfalfa. And then the other three crops are like your other cereal crops that you can use. Another cool feature on this map, which I haven't really seen, and I don't think I've seen it on any map that I've played, is that you can bale canola. When you harvest canola, you can, like with your wheat or your barley, you can either chop the straw or obviously put straw on the ground, and you can bale that up and sell it as canola bales, which is really cool. I think you can just sell it at the BGA as straw OSR, but again, really nice. Let's have a look. What else is there on this? Looking through, I should have looked through this beforehand. But yeah, another feature as well, just off the top of my head, that it has got goats. So I think goats, you can obviously see it on the screen now. I think the goats, I think you feed them like sheep, but obviously they'll produce milk, which is really cool. And obviously I've tested it out as well. All the goats move. Not a bad animation, to be fair. Really nice. It's obviously seasons ready, this map. It's Maize Plus ready. So you've got nothing to worry about there. Yeah, so basically this is out for PC only at the moment. I'm not sure if it's coming to console or not. At this moment in time, it is only out for PC, unfortunately. So a couple of things as well. When you download this map, you will most definitely want Global Company, because this map won't really run properly the way it's designed anyway, without Global Company. Like, you won't get this screen show up or anything. So this is all Global Company integrated. So you can choose which farm you start with. You can even start with the main farm, which is what most people have done. You can start with your sheep or your goats, your pig yard, or start from scratch, nothing. So we're going to go with the main farm. Just take a minute to just load in. And yeah, we'll take a look around. Really nice map. This is quite a nice map if you're looking for a nice sort of biggish single player sort of map. But it is really nice. So this is where we're starting. We're starting at the shop. We've got a truck to drive around in, which is always good. I'm just going to turn the volume down just a touch. Just there we go. So yeah, we'll have a look around this. You've obviously got your animal sell point here and your buy point. This is obviously your shop. Nice Massey Ferguson dealership, which is cool. I don't think there's anything else. I think this is might be storage. So you can store whatever you wanted to, perhaps in there. Quite nice decorated. Few implements and whatnot. Old combine, Massey Ferguson combine. So yeah. Another thing as well is on this map, all like sell points like this, they don't open until 8 o'clock, as you can see, 8 till 7. So obviously I can open it now. But if it wasn't 8 o'clock or after, you couldn't open this. You wouldn't be able to get in, which is again quite a nice, cool feature. So if we have a look at the PDA, so obviously we started off with our main farm, which is here, and I can go for the various implements and whatnot when we get to there. We start with field 6 and field 4, both decent sized fields, to be fair. They're not too smaller fields. You've got a few smaller ones like field 34, 35, all these sort of fields around here, but they're not massively small. They're quite, like I said, they're quite nice size fields for a single player map. But obviously, you know, with your different yards and whatnot, you can easily do this as multiplayer. But I think if we go round and we turn left and go there, have a look at our sheep yard and whatnot. We can go around in a circle, horse yards here, come down to our main farm, and then finish at our pig yard. I think is the best thing to do. So we'll have a bit of a drive around. It is really nicely detailed. Really nicely made. And I mean, I'm getting solid 60 FPS, no problem on this map. So, but yeah, really nice British map. Really nice. So what's that there? That's you've got a few cell points down there, biogas plants down there. We should probably go and have a look at that actually. Driving past stuff already. So this is on your left hand side as you come out the BGA. Sorry, out the shop. Have I also haven't gone to the turning yet. He's messing it up already. That's it, the turning's a bit further on. I remember. You should think I'd would have known by now what there is and isn't on this map. But it is really nicely detailed. Nice stone walls. You know, that's smallest field there. That's about as small as they get field-wise on this map. So here we go. This is the BGA just here. Again, like I said, doesn't open until 8. That cell point there. That's quite nice what it takes. Doesn't take milk here. And this is our BGA. Obviously, again, opens at 8. I think this is obviously a potato and a sugar beet cell point. This is obviously where you get your slurry from your biogas. Nice waypoint. Some nice big silage bits. Nice big, not very wide, but still, you know, decently sized. And then what I quite like is it's a low drop-off point for your silage, so it makes it easier to tip trailers into it and whatnot. Some nice lights. Decent storage. Shame about the storage racks in here. You get a lot more room in this shed if you didn't have them in there, but still you could still put a forager and whatnot in there. Yeah, quite a nice little decent BGA. Slurry lagoons. Oh, I'm stuck. Just quite a nice little BGA. It isn't a massive map. It's not small, but it's not big. It is decently sized, this this map. It's quite nice again because this, like a little Norton, I didn't know anything about this map until it came out. It's quite nice to get little surprise maps like this. And when they're well made and detailed like this, it's even more of a bonus. So we're going to head down to the village. We've got the sheep and goat farm on our left hand side here. So this is the sheep pasture on the right hand side here. That's our sheep pasture, and then where that barn is just up there with those bales in, that is the goat pasture. So if we hop out here, nice barn storing some bales in. So obviously, yep, you feed your sheep here. That's where you feed your sheep. This is obviously where you put them in. So that all opens up and whatnot. Yeah, decently sized pasture. Water troughs over here. But again, you know, if you were playing this map multiplayer, you could easily set up quite a nice little yard here. Yeah, it is a nice little yard this. That's obviously where your wool would spawn. Got some storage here. This opens up quite nicely. Obviously all your lights. Nicely lit. And then yeah, this is your goat pen. So obviously feed here, water is over there. This will be where the milk would spawn. Sorry, this will be where the milk would spawn. Indication from the milk churns. I think this, yeah, this is where you purchase them. So if I buy a couple, you can see some of the goats moving about. So obviously they're not giants spec moving about, but as you can hear, they got their own sounds, and they move fairly decently, to be fair. They look quite cool. I think, you know, for some, you know, British maps that don't even have goats, I think this is quite cool. Got ear tags in, which I quite like. I really like them, yeah. Quite a nice little feature, to be fair. So yeah, that is your goat pen there. I think, and obviously you can hold in here. You can hold 70, so decent amount of goats. And then sheep-wise, you can hold 350 sheep in the pasture. So that is what you can hold. So this is our sheep farm. This is the sheep farm, rather. Can't open that up, but it's quite a nice little calf shed. Obviously, it's just decoration, but still quite nice. And then if I show you as well, to buy this yard, you obviously get field 21 with it, but it costs 43,000, so not very expensive. Most of these fields, like field 19 and 20, 120, 140,000. They're fairly decently priced fields. I mean, that field 28, that little field we saw, that's 12k, you know. That corn field by the BGA, that's 28,000. So if you were, you know, playing this without seasons on, you know, you could easily harvest that and sell it to the BGA. The BGA costs 27k, is what the BGA costs. So, you know, they're not very expensive things to buy on this map. Fairly, you know, decently priced. So if I turn around in here, and if we head back up the track, like so. Another thing to note with this map as well is the hedges. I've got collisions. You can't drive through the hedges. Is one thing to take note of. If you go, you know, full speed through a hedge, you're not going to get through it. Just so you're aware. But yeah, nice British fences. It is really, really nice. I do really, really like this map. For a little nice single player map to just chill out and play on, it is really, really nice. And I think he's done a good job with the map borders. Obviously the mountains are the textures are a bit blurred, but I like how he's blended the actual terrain in with the mountains. I think that's really, really nice. So it really does feel like the map just keeps going and going. I really, really like that. I think that's really, really well done. Got some nice little houses along here, along the seafront. Those boats are moving as well, which is cool. So nice little map. Nice little map. Really, really. I definitely, you know, if you're looking for a new map to play single player, I would definitely recommend this without a doubt. So this is the horse yard, I believe. There we go. So you got a water point here. These obviously all open up. There's your water for your horses. That's obviously where you feed them. One thing to note as well is with this yard, don't think the sheep have got it. I haven't tried starting at the sheep farm yet. But obviously this farm and the main farm, you do start off with a few things. Like obviously you have to start off with some horse feed if you started off with this farm. This I would guess is for straw, and then this is obviously the trigger to buy the horses. Obviously this all opens up as well, which is nice. Got a little arena to exercise your horses in. I think this is a manure point. So you can sell your manure here, which is really, really nice. I quite like the little sign as well. Horse milk for sale. I think that's really, really nice. Cool little detail feature. But yeah, I think he's done a good job. Dalton Valley Equestrian Centre. So yeah, a nice little horse yard. Nice little horse yard with the stables and whatnot. So if we head on down, we will go to our main farm. Nice variation as well between grass and arable fields on this map. You know, you haven't got too many grass, you haven't got too many arable. You know, nice half and half split on this map. So, but obviously, you know, if you want to plant more grass fields, you can do that. Or if you want to have more arable, you can also do that. So, yes, on the right hand side, this is our main farm. So obviously this is the farm we've chose to start out at. So that's the grass field we start out with. Like I said, they are decent sized fields. Really, really decent sized fields. And then this is our arable field. Look at that for a big arable field you start off with. That's planted in barley, so starts you off well on this map. You can definitely get stuck in when starting this map. And the amount of equipment you start off with, you'll see obviously in a minute, but you start off with a lot of stuff. So here we go, we'll open our gates up. So here we go, so this is obviously our grain silo. So obviously fill your trailers up through that and obviously tip them in here. Storage wise, 300,000 litres is what capacity you've got for grain. You obviously start with a Massey Ferguson combine. You've got a baler, mower setup. It starts you off with a few chickens. I think it starts you off with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 chickens. So not too bad. And obviously it gives you chicken feed to to be feeding them with. So that is also very good. We've got your seeder. Both seeders. You got a cereal seeder and a corn seeder, which is really, really cool. You got your plough. All really, really good stuff to be starting off with. Got the Case Puma 185, which is, if I have a quick look, that is a 225 horsepower tractor, so decent sized tractor. And then obviously we've got the Massey Ferguson, which is 130 horsepower. But obviously that's got a front loader on, wherever that may be. I'm not sure where it is. It'll be here somewhere. Not sure where that is. Oh, I know where it is. It's in the workshop. There you go. What's quite nice as well is I always struggle with, because people put like the trigger box for the workshop in sheds, and whenever you want to service your combine, it's always difficult to try and get it in the shed. And I think it's you know, good thinking from his part that he's done the trigger on the outside, because obviously it makes it a lot easier to be able to service stuff. So I really like that. Nice little workshop as well, with a few workbenches and whatnot. But yeah, we get some obviously Massey Ferguson with the front loader on and whatnot, so that's good. Decent cultivator. I think this is a 5 meter cultivator, 4 or 5. It's 5 meter cultivator, yeah. So nice decent sized cultivator, grain trailer and fertilizer. You get bales to start off with as well. So you could literally, if you wanted to, get a few cows to start off with, because you've got the food for it. You've got these bales, these, and you've got all these square ones as well you can use. So plenty of food to start off with. These fertilizer tanks, your seed, you get a few seed pallets, a few fertilizing pallets, manure spreader, feeder, and a slurry tanker. So really nice. You know, a lot of equipment you start off with. Obviously a water tanker there as well, which is really cool. This is obviously where your milk goes. This is quite a cool feature as well. If you go up to this, obviously this is, again, you're going to need global company. Click on it. This puts in a water pipe. So obviously you're seeing some of the other animal pastures. It's got the water pipe already installed by a global company, whereas this sort of adds a bit of realism. It costs maintenance. It's pretty much the exact same as the water pipe, but it puts in a bit of realism by having a plumber come out and put it in. So if I click yes to install it to pay £10, so the local plumber will arrive at 6 to install your new Farming Innovations fill system. It'll be completed in 10 hours. And that basically puts in a water pipe. So if I fast forward time quick, you'll see, I fast forward to the next day, it'll come up with some cones, or there'll be the water pipe laid down, as if someone is actually installing a water pipe, which I think is really cool. I think, again, it's just little features like that make a map, you know, really nice. If I quickly fast forward time, 6 o'clock is when he's coming. Here we go, fast forward time. It's going to rain. There you go, and how cool is that? So it's as if, and it obviously over time, it installs it. But I think that's a really cool feature. Look at it installing it. As if someone's here actually installing a water pipe. And there you go. There's it installed. So really nice. Really like that. So that's obviously where your water is. Your milk is obviously there. Some things 9 times out of 10 are labelled as well. So they are really easy to find. I think that is just to allow you to drive in or drive out when you're feeding your cows. This is obviously where all your feed goes. Nice little dairy shed this as well. Really, really like this. Which is quite sort of a typical UK farm dairy shed with the fans spinning and whatnot. Really, really like this. Haven't seen it on a map before, in all fairness. And obviously to unload your cows, the trigger's just here. So that is that. So yeah, that is your main farm. You've got the water point here. And yeah, I think I've covered everything at this main farm. But I think I've seen a lot of people playing this map. And I think it is just a really well thought out made map. So I think it's worth, if you're not sure about it, obviously have a look at this video, but definitely go and download it and just have a look around it. It's definitely worth taking a look at for sure. I'll obviously link it in the description below. It is on the mod hub anyway. Yeah, I mean, look at that for a field to start with. Most fields you start with are very small, but look at that for a decent sized field. Really decently sized. There's another sell point just down that track there, but obviously the last yard we have got to have a look at is our pig farm. So that's obviously a bit further down from our main farm. So we race on down. It's just here in between these stone walls, I think. Yes, it is. So I just park here. So what's really nice, you obviously got your pig farm here, but then a lot of maps you have to place in an additional grain silo or root crop silo, because obviously pigs need grain and potatoes or sugar beets. Well, again, the mapper has thought of that, and he's put in a root crop storage right opposite the farm, which I think, again, maps like that, the mapper has thought through of, it tells me he plays the game himself, and he's really thought about how, players like to play maps and whatnot. So I think that's, again, really, really good thinking from him, and he's obviously got a grain silo here. Even if you didn't want to do pigs, you can still use this yard as an additional storage yard. So, I think that's really, really good. And obviously got another water fill point here. But obviously, running global company, you put the water pipes in. You don't really need to use a water trailer. So, yeah, I think this is where you tip your grain. This is obviously your water. That is your slurry. He obviously starts you off with a few pig feed pallets, which is very kind of him. This, I think, is straw, this long box here. And then this is obviously where you put your pigs in. So it holds 500 pigs, so not bad at all. Nice pig shed, simple, but, fairly standard British shed, which is nice. So, obviously, feeding wise, you don't need to go through this shed or anything. But obviously you've got the option, and then obviously that's your manure. So yeah, really nice but simple pig yard. Decent size pen as well, 500 pigs. I've just forgotten as well to show you how many cows the cow pasture holds. If I just tab over quickly, this cow pasture will hold 400 cows, so you can get a decent amount of animals on this map. But I think, if you, it's been a bit for UK maps, it's been a bit quiet at the moment. There is a lot that's coming out, but I think if you're looking to have a decent single player map, I think this is going to fill your need most definitely. I just think it's really, really well made. I mean, I've been playing it, off screen. I haven't done a series on it or anything, and I don't think I probably will, because I'm waiting for the maps to come out at the moment. But it is a really, really nice map, and I'm definitely enjoying playing it. Definitely enjoy playing it. I don't know if I can show you quickly some of the new crops that are about. I think field 24 has this spelt crop in. So if I quickly run over to field 14, just quickly over here. I think that's it in the distance over there. Or is it this field? I think it's this field. Jump over the hedge. Oh, it's been harvested. But that's the harvested state anyway of what it looks like. Yeah, this is Dalton Valley Farms. I hope you have enjoyed this this first look. I hope you definitely consider playing it, because I'm, definitely impressed with this map. Really, really nice. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the video, please remember to hit that like button. It would be much, much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel and you like what you see, definitely hit that subscribe button. And I will see you in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.